This morning, I do think we're going to see that the next couple of mornings for a lot of us. Very cold air. Obviously, you can see where we have some fresh snowpack, and that's going to be with us for a good long time. And we may even add a little bit of light snow today, a few flurries. But our bitter cold arrives, and it's going to be all day Thursday. We have wind chills near 0 in the morning and significant cold air. And I mean, this is another level of cold. This is second or third week of January, in my opinion. That's the way it feels outside. Now, as we look at our weather impact fact, this is the third snowiest start to the season on record. So that's pretty impressive. We had almost 4 inches of snow on Monday officially at Lambert. That puts us over 10 inches so far for the year, and we're just beginning. Now, with that fresh snowpack, clear skies, our temperatures fell into the teens, in some cases lower teens. And we've all rebounded nicely. Mid-20s in the city. It didn't get quite as cold. We had a little bit more cloud cover. But even spots like O'Fallon on the Missouri side, you got into the low teens. Alton at about 11 or 12 this morning. Now, we've gotten back up, and over the next several hours, we continue to see cloud cover that's with us. Now, look at the big picture here. Overall, things are pretty quiet. And as we talk about cloud cover, here's where those breaks were. That made a difference because that acts as an insulator, that cloud cover. Otherwise, that heat from the daytime yesterday escapes. And I know it wasn't much heat, but I do want to focus on some areas off to our north. And this is an area where we have some light to moderate snow. And let's look at what's going on. Now, this is very light. Most of this are flurries. There are some bands that will pick up as well that may impact Pike County shortly. But overall, this will push south gradually throughout the day. I mention this because it's not out of the question that we have a few flakes of snow by 2, 3, 4 o'clock. So don't be surprised to see flakes flying this afternoon. I don't really think this causes any issue, but we're not in charge of the roads. There's a ton of salt on the roads. This is more than just a flake of snow. That's just a few flurries, and snow showers may reduce visibility. That's the extent of it throughout the rest of the day. Next several hours, temps in the mid-30s, cloud cover around. And like I said, you may squeeze out a few flakes of snow later on tonight, but that's when the cold air really settles in, and you will notice that. Look at the significant cold air. We're below 0. And it's December in Minot, North Dakota. I know that Minot, North Dakota and International Falls are always pretty cold, but not this cold. This is abnormal cold, and it's settling in. And what it's going to do for us is bring tomorrow morning starting off in the single digits on Thursday. You're talking about between 5 and 10 degrees from either Troy, St. Charles, Alton, Litchfield to Vandalia, even into Edwardsville. Now, going throughout the rest of the morning, notice how we don't change all that much. Even as we get through 9 or 10 o'clock, we'll continue to see midday 10 to 15, close to 20 degrees. And I think that's the extent of where we're going tomorrow. It's not going to be a warm day whatsoever. That's how significant this cold air mass is. Now, our coolest high temps on December 4th, which is the record cold high. We talk about record highs. We talk about record cold highs, not too much, right? 20 degrees back in 1886 is where we've seen our coldest high temperature on December 4th. Now, 24 degrees is number 2. So it's either a tie for first or number 2. That's where we're at tomorrow in terms of significant cold air at a time where our average is in the mid to upper 40s. That's a big difference, right? So that's where we are in terms of that for our next 7 days. So I want to bring your attention to temps in the mid 30s today. No problem. Cloud cover, maybe a few flurries this afternoon. Absolutely bitter cold for your weather impact alert for tomorrow. And that's where we're going to continue to focus on significant cold air in the region. You'll start off with wind chills that are below 0 in some cases. It will not take much in terms of our wind chills between 5 to 15, even by noon. It's going to be pretty significantly cold. You'll see that most of the area is still dealing with some sort of wind chill, even if our temperatures are not as warm. We're going to struggle to get to 20 degrees. That's why it's our weather impact alert. And as I expand upon this the next 10 days, you'll see that it is very cold. That is our weather impact alert for tomorrow. By Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm optimistic that it's at least above freezing on a consistent basis. You'll start to get rid of these numbers. Friday morning, 13 degrees. Then that Arctic air leaves us for a while, and it's still below average and cold, but it is much better. Now, as we look ahead to Sunday, there's a passing system that may provide another few snow showers ahead. However, the next few days, I am optimistic we at least have one day that shows up in the 50s the next 10 days. That does bring a slight rain chance the way it settles in right now, but otherwise I don't have anything significantly warm, but I definitely don't have any more snowstorms on the way for us. And so that's kind of the way it's set up for us right now, as we do see some at least numbers that are going to improve overnight, as even Tuesday into Wednesday we remain in the 40s overnight. So that's going to be a difference for us here ahead of the next few days as conditions look very cold tomorrow, but we're going to see conditions improve for the weekend. Otherwise, it is quiet.